Got it on. Got the old necklace on. Look at me. Like a 70s kid. Hopefully it's going to sound as good as it did before when I actually used it to record. No chance of brushing it because where it is, you can make it shorter. So I can bring it up here if I need to. Swans and wildlife. Are we coming through all right? Have we got that? Sorry, John. Have we got that little bit of hum that we had the other night? I've never noticed it do it outside, but when I listened to it back, it did. So I've got a bit of a review for you tonight. Now live on my channel. Excellent. Backwards Snickers ice cream. Got to do that as well. Got to do that if you're an influencer. Never tried one of these before, bit scared to try it. You know what I'm saying? All that crap, what they talk about. Link in the bio. Either that, you can buy them from Morrison's. It's up to you. It's up to you. How you doing, John? All right? So you can actually sit here and watch me eat this. They are beautiful. Yeah, we've got some. Let's look. Oh, look. Let's look at this. It's a full review. Not sponsored by Snickers ice cream, but we wouldn't mind being. Look at that. Ginger bearded vape god, how you doing? I wish I was a god. Now I'm a ice cream chocolate god. Have you moved house yet? Have you found a place? John, that's another John, but it's Jonathan. So far as my friend in real life. We spent some time ago. Yeah, I'm good. Just got into a hotel, just chilling on back. What are you? Lanza, son. Oh. Show it again. We're getting it all in. You're on the same line of longitude as well, so it's the same time where you are, John, in Lanzarote. I thought you weren't going well later in the year. Look at that. It was fabulous, didn't it? Absolutely fabulous. If you're popping in, please give us a thumbs up for this ice cream. You've got to keep putting your hand behind it as well, haven't you? You're going to find one tomorrow. Not much of it left. Put your hand behind it. God, they're amazing, them, aren't they? This is an ice cream Snickers bar. After dark ASMR. I don't know, now I've dropped some on my trousers. That's not very ASMR, is it? I smell diabetes. Probably. There's just a little bit of like a toffee there, isn't there? Looks like chicken. It's chocolate, man. It's chocolate. Well, presuming you are, man. Anyway, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Polar Vibe. There we go. HT, how are you doing? Nice to see you as well. I thought we'd finish that one anyway. I've just lost 2.5 stone. So I tend to eat what I like now because I don't drink alcohol anymore. So I don't worry about that. Jimmy Croissant, how are you doing? Croissant. M&S make a peanut ice cream, which in my humble opinion is marginally better than Snickers. There you go. I'm already sold. As soon as you mentioned peanut ice cream, I was already sold. Assad, are you a wizard? Are you doing spells? I will leave. No, you're all right. Safe here, mate. I was actually making a chocolate ice cream bar disappear, and I seem to have done a pretty good job. Apart from the little bit that's on my trousers. That's never going to disappear until I put them in the washer. Where am I from? Lincolnshire, UK. Where are you from, HT? So we know who we're talking to. Assad, where are you from? We know where you're from now, John. You're from Lanzarote. Now I want a Reese's ice cream, so you must be from the US. A Reese's cup. Oh, I love them. Salted caramel. Gorgeous, isn't it? I've done the USA quite a few times. Presuming you are from the USA, might not be. Now, let's review this tissue. Well, I wipe my fingers. I'm watching from Florida. Whereabouts? I've done Davenport, Kissimmee, Clearwater, In Lincolnshire, West Midlands. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Edinburgh, or as the Americans would call it, Edinburgh. Never been to Edinburgh. I've been to Glasgow. I worked in Forth in Lanarkshire. I've been on the Edinburgh. I went to Bonnyrigg, which I think is on the Edinburgh Ring Road. Been to Glasgow. Picked a car up from Glasgow many moons ago. There's too many wizards on YouTube lives. I have to be careful. I am from Birmingham. You're a nice guy, Assad, but I wouldn't buy a car off you. You might read some Spanish. If you look on your Facebook feed, you definitely get Spanish adverts. I've not really done well. I've done Birmingham NEC, Ginger Bit of Egg God. We haven't found anywhere to live yet. Still waiting on the council to house us. So you're living in your car then, or are you still in the same house? Check these out on Amazon. You can genuinely not any sort of sponsor anyway, shape or form. It's called a water sea. They put ice cubes in there. It's 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, and there's still some left in there at 12 p.m. on a Thursday. That's gospel truth. These things are brilliant, and they were only about 12 quid. We're going on Monday, mate. So we will be nowhere near you, but we will be in Spanish. Because you're in the Canaries, obviously, aren't you? Have you had to take all your stuff down then, John, ready for a quick flip? I have to be careful, I'm from Birmingham. Oh dear. Birmingham's gorgeous. We was at the NEC about a month ago. No, not Sunny Swans. Where are you? Play Blanca. You might see some camels. Get your sin up to Tim and Fire. Some beautiful filming up there. I already beat you to it, put it on the channel, so you might not get many. Get it go live up there. That'd be nice. Get chicken cooked off the mountain. Depends how long you're there for, though, doesn't it? If you're only there for a week, you ain't got time to mess it about. Yeah, Play Blanca. I've not really done a lot in Play Blanca. I think I've nearly been to every other single place in Lanzarote, round and round and round and round. I didn't know there was a zoo. I am actually a walking channel. You ever plan walking the entirety of Hadrian's Wall? Last week I walked from Mablethorpe to Skegness, which was 18 miles. Got to be honest, I'm best part of 60. So, you know, what's the entire length of Hadrian's Wall then? How many miles is that? Hundreds? Mine's more for the older gentleman or older person that just wants to do about 4 or 5 miles just to stop them from dying from diabetes after eating chocolate bars like that. Yeah, I like them. Massive things. Logan Blackwood, how you doing? It's late one, mate. Am I doing all right? I'm doing very well, thanks. How are you, Logan? I usually do about this time on a Thursday night because I finish work normally at about 10 past 11, but I've just had a hell of a job. I don't know what's going on. O2's playing up. What we normally do, I divert my calls to my mate in the daytime. Then he diverts his to me when I go out. So we sort of share the shifts between us, but neither of us got to do stupid shifts anymore because we're both more senior than we were before. And I've just been trying to divert the phone for about 20 minutes. We need more ASMR. Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. We ought to all subscribe to where are we? Not Assad. Well, you can subscribe to Assad if you want. Kareem, how you doing? Hope your day is winding down gently into a beautiful evening. Yeah, it is actually, yeah. So we all need to subscribe to After Dark ASMR. Have a listen to that. My own wife did magic on me because I played with her older sister. Right. Well, there you go. What sort of magic was it? Was it making your genitals not work anymore with the aid of a big knife? Or bashing him with a stick or something like that. I bet she did. There we go. Yeah, the thing we are waiting for a court date, and then we are given a date to move out. We then can go to the council and say we are homeless, and they will have to put us up somewhere. So you could end up in B&B. It's a bit of a thing, isn't it, really? Have you ever thought of moving north a bit or a lot? You'd probably find out there's a lot better chance of getting housing if you get a bit, obviously down that way it's premium, isn't it? She put a spell on my food. Now every time I speak to women, my head trembles and I stutter. Yeah, I bet she did, yeah. That's definitely what it is. You're probably just excited to see the ladies, you never know. If you could hit the thumbs up as well, it shares out the feed and it makes it go out to a lot more people. And that's even more fabulous than it is now. Yeah, I did, yeah, but I've left them downstairs on purpose. I've left them in the freezer. I'm not travelling to Lanzarote to give you one of my Snickers, I can assure you that. You should be wanting to, now I've influenced you, you should go out and buy loads. And I don't know how much they'll be over there. I can't remember where we got them from. I think we got them from Morrison's, to be honest. We couldn't, something went wrong with my wife paid for the shopping, or you don't actually pay for it while they pick it up. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, for some reason, the bank decided that they would decline the payment because it's unusual time for them to take it out. So they didn't let us have any shopping. I could normally go to pick it up, so they cancelled it. So she couldn't. So we had to actually go physically shopping. And then the trouble is with that is you spend another 50 quid because I went with her and we just kept buying things. I seem like a nice man, not a wizard. I'll give you a thumbs up your backside. Nick Gibson, how you doing? I think Assad is a bit of a pervert. He should give me a real thumbs up in there, and he can thumb his own backside if he wants to. That's up to him. Nick Gibson, how you doing anyway? Nice to see you. Who was I talking to before? Because I forgot. Logan Blackwood. Haven't you since my live walk from Skeggy? Yeah, it took me a day or two to get over that, to be honest. Obviously, the next day after that was Tuesday, and I was physically wrecked, and I nearly didn't make work, but I thought, well, this is a bit daft. So I went to work and sat in the cab, and every time anybody came near me with a shopping trolley or anything, and I had to get out of the car, it was extremely painful, I can assure you. And on the Wednesday, it felt like my hips had snapped. And then by Thursday, I jumped out of bed like I'd never done anything. So the recovery time was pretty good. For an 18 mile, I actually fancy doing it the other way. RR13, boring. So are you. As one of my teachers told me, only boring people get bored. Let that be a lesson to you. I told you, innit? We're only here for the comments anyway. Carry on. What do you want to see on YouTube at this time of night? I bet you're one of those people that sifts through looking for porn or something like that, aren't you, really? Well, I'm sorry, mate. You've got the wrong channel. Boring. Can't believe what you said that. It's my first night on YouTube and I'm absolutely distraught now. It's going to spoil it. You're a good man. Good night. Bye. Thank you. Why are you leaving? We're just getting on so well. I'm a good man. Bob Dole. It's only 7 p.m. there. Where are you? Let's have a look. You must be in the US. 12 o'clock. What's that? 5 hours? That's about US? Well, it could be anyway. It could be Caribbean or anyway, couldn't you know? Who was Bob Dole? Is that a real name or is that a US? Who was Bob Dole? Wasn't there a politician in the US called Bob Dole? Whereabouts in the USA, Bob? I'm in Lincolnshire in the UK. It's all right, we understand, yeah. But whereabouts in the US? I'm about in the middle of Lincoln, in Lincolnshire, should I say, about 35 miles off the east coast. New York, never been there. Carl Zines, how you doing? Nice to see you. I've never been to New York. I looked at it once and I was surprised at the price of the hotels, to be honest. It doesn't seem a cheap place to be. So are you a millionaire then? Is that why you live there? But I went to Chicago, and can you compare Chicago to New York in any way? Is it just similar? Apart from obviously, well, I suppose there's the lake at the side of it, isn't there? Calzoun's good to see you. Banter Mantula. No idea what that means, but you're welcome anyway. No, I live upstate more. Right, yeah. Yeah, I always get mixed up with that because as soon as anybody says New York, you always think of New York City, and it's obviously New York State, because I've made that mistake on people in Zoom chats and stuff like that. They're like, well, no, not everybody lives actually in the city. Assad, I will go to bed. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, I still practice New York State. I've not been out that way. I've done Chicago. I've done Florida 4 times, and I've been to Vegas, baby. Everyone does that to me. It's okay, yeah. Well, yeah, it's like everybody misspells my surname apart from Americans. That's the crazy thing. Wherever you go in the UK, they ask you for your name. You tell them it, then they go, I can't find your booking. You say, well, we'll spell the surname right. You'll find it. And you repeat it, and then they put it in properly. My surname's Beavers, Beevers, but there's only the Americans that ever spell it right. And some people from Yorkshire, because I think it's a fairly common name there, because that's where my dad's from. So are we getting any static coming through? Are we getting any humming coming through? Because I noticed the other day when I did a live stream, and there was a lot of static. And what it was saying was that it could be the relationship with the phone transmitting, because obviously we're on data, and the microphone not being a massively expensive one, and picking up the vibes. So hopefully it isn't that. But I tried doing a recording. Oh, good, thanks. So I don't know what it was there. They actually did a firmware update on it, and it seemed to be since then. But the other night it was just like a bit of a when you're looking at getting a good thing going, it's annoying when you listen back to it. It wasn't a good thing. Could have been something in the front room because it was right next to where the telly and that is, so it might pick some up from there. It's a cracking idea, these things. I think I've got it a bit longer than I had earlier. That's all it is. So I'll not touch it because it makes a funny noise, doesn't it? They're really sensitive as well. I don't know why. I'll tell you what I've done since the other night. I've put a noise filter on it. In the app for the Macs, there's a noise canceller on it, and I didn't have it on at all the other night, and I've got it on now. So it might even be that what's took the noise up. So we'll carry on regardless then. If anybody fancies it in the thumbs up, it helps the stream out, and it makes YouTube share it out to other people. That is the same with my first name, Jonathan. Jonathan is yeah. Yeah, because I never know how to spell Jonathan, I've got to be honest. There's certain words that always, for ages and ages and ages, I didn't know how you spell always. And there's another one, I always try and put it together. And it's not supposed to be together. I can't think what that one was. Do they have a 5G tower close by? They really mess things up. Yeah, that's why all my hair fell out. Obviously. Normally when I go outside, I wear a tinfoil hat. We've got quite a few of them actually around here now. Jonathan, all right, let me have a look. So you're Jonathan. Yeah, see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, it's always important if you've got a 5G mast near to always make yourself a hat out of tinfoil and never leave home without it. And if anybody from, any of your neighbours say, are you feeling all right? It's on them, not you. It does make you wonder. It makes you wonder. There's a lot of cancer about now. Certainly since COVID. I don't know whether it's because Lou's got it and I'm very sensitive to hear it, but a lot of people I know have got it, or their parents have got it, or their kids have got it, or it just makes you wonder where it all comes from. They really mess with your camera sound? No, maybe is there? No, we haven't got one that near. There's one. No, that's not ours. That one there. That's O2 and Vodafone. There's one there. There's one quarter of a mile away over there. I actually get 5G now in my house, which on EE, which has took a while. The other one's on O2, and I think when it runs out of contract, I don't think it'll be on O2 anymore, because I just have one in the cab, you see, to divert the calls to, because then you've got this one to play on when it's really quiet, like it has been today, and then the other one's actually the work phone. And I've always kept it on sort of O2 and Vodafone because it's the strongest signal out in the sticks. But just recently, it's been absolutely awful. So probably when it comes out of contract, I don't know how long it is. It's probably a while, and probably by the end of the contract, it'll be absolutely fine, and I probably won't do it. But I put the internet on Virgin, and they tend to switch it off on a Wednesday night. How do you get on O2? What's your data speed like where you are? I bet it's better in Lanzarote than what it is in where you live. The trouble is with the phone companies over here, they keep letting them out, don't they? You know, the transmitters. So you've got Vodafone, all your Vodafone users, all your O2 users on the same transmitter. And then after that, you've got GiffGaff, Tesco. So there's millions, isn't there? There's millions of users all using the same transmitters. No wonder the data's slow. The transmitters can't keep up with it. But I think if you compare what we pay. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. And are you on pay as you go? Yeah. If you just go into your search, it should come up one. If you're on pay as you go, it should be free. If you're on contract, it should be free. It should be, so you want to go onto your phone settings and switch it on. If you just go into your settings, obviously at the end of this stream, because you need to stay on here and talk to me, but if you go into your phone settings, you should be able to, SIM only crap. Yeah, so because it's free. O2 is free in Spain, so you can use 50 gig of data. Yeah, either that. When you go into the settings, go into roaming settings, obviously switch it on. Then when you've done that, you should be able to choose your network and get a better network. I don't know in Playa Blanca. I've always had a reasonable signal in Teguise. Have you been abroad with that provider before? Because they switch roaming on now as a matter of course, and it's free with O2, so you should be able to get it. I might get fed up with the idea of not bother. I'm actually looking forward to going now, to be honest. But yeah, it should be lovely, shouldn't it? Have a wander about. It might be at sort of evening time because it's too bloody hot in the day, isn't it? You can't go wandering about in the day. Then the good thing is this time of year is your daylight lasts longer, doesn't it? So I'm looking forward to it. It'd be nice. I don't know what it's like around there at all. Yeah, best time anyway. Yeah, just after tea or something like that, go for a wander. Even if I've got to drive a couple of miles and find somewhere to park, somewhere where it's nice and quiet. It shouldn't be too busy at this time of year because the kids aren't out yet. The only thing you can't do is weekends because in Spain, every single Spanish person goes to the beach on a Sunday. And we used to do it in Torremolinos. You'd make a big mistake of going. And you just couldn't get parked. We once drove down to Torremolinos to go on the beach and drove straight back because we couldn't get parked. We were just going to have dinner and spend an hour on the beach, and there literally was nowhere to park in Torremolinos anyway. So we drove back up to Frigliana, went up to Nerca on the coast road and pulled up at a restaurant there and had a meal because you could actually get in there. Oh yeah. I'll find so. I can't really do out from the villa as such because my grandkids are there, and the youngest one's only 2. I ain't actually seen the villa yet. It might be massive, so I might be able to find somewhere quiet on my own. But I think it's down in a bit of a recess as well. Whereas what I'm looking for is some sort of view. So there'll probably be somewhere not far away from the villa where you can just go and park up. Even if I sat because I think it's an hatchback what we're getting. So if you could sit on the back of the hatchback and just point it out and have a chat for half an hour, I think it'd be good. We ain't got many thumbs up. That's why nobody's sharing it out. Share it out. Thumbs up. Let's go. We're dropping down to 4 and up to 2, and then it's Alicante Airport, but it's 92 kilometres away from Alicante, and Benidorm's only 60. So it's straight past. If you look on the map and look for Calpe and Moreira, it's somewhere near Moreira, but I don't know if it's a district. Nigel, the Benidorm TikTok guy, he used to live there. Keir Turner, how are you doing? Nice to see you. New A, no bad. Entitled to your opinion? New A. I bet you're not bad. What's up, Malcolm? Who's Malcolm? Malcolm X. Wrong colour for Malcolm X. I've got a bit of a suntan, but not dark as Malcolm X. You look like the leader in American history. He was Afro-American. Oh, Baldy. Nobody's ever said that to me before, ever. Nobody. Why would you call me Baldy? I've actually got some hair. Look. I'm keeping it a different style. There's actually some hair there. Can you see it? Here they come. Let's have it. The white supremacist leader. Sorry, Mod's just being honest. Well, no, nobody kicks you out of here, not unless you're really rude. The white supremacist leader is the one called Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a coloured guy, wasn't he? Shiwanj Doobie. Who are you? With a name like that. Nikki D said hi. How are you doing? Shiwanj Doobie. Who are you? In the movie American History X. Sorry. I'll have to look at it. I have watched it a long time ago. That's where he puts his head on the curb and stamps on it because somebody called him Baldy. I thought it was quite violent. I heard you had problems with the Irish in Northern Ireland back in the day, but I didn't personally. But they didn't get on very well with the UK government. Anyway, good evening, Jericho. How are you doing? I'm not old enough really to comment on that, to be honest, because I don't know. The guy gets booty pumped in prison. Well, I've never been to prison and I've never been booty pumped, so I'm not really sure what you mean. Who was the lead character? He went on to he had a good film career, didn't he? But I can't remember what he was. I'll tell you what I watched the other day, if I can remember it. Sean Meadows, because the guy... the guy from Mobland, I don't know where you are, Cooper, but there's I can't remember his bloody name, and I've left me the phone downstairs. I've got an awful memory. I need to, I don't know what I need to do, but I need to do something. What's this stream about? It's about booty pumping, me being bald, what happened in Ireland years ago. No, it's just a general chit-chat, to be really honest. What happened with all that? I remember it on the news up to the late 90s. How did all that start? Now, it was sectarianism, wasn't it? It was to do with Catholics and Protestants. They've never got on, and it's obviously part of Ireland. Northern Ireland is part of the UK, and I don't know. You're asking me something here because we didn't even know. I picked some lads up one night. This is 25, 30 years ago, and they're like, "Oh, we're really sorry about the troubles." I said, "What troubles?" He said, "The ones in Northern Ireland. We don't have any part of it." I said, "Well, I don't know what you're on about, mate." I said, "We just get which is the worst accent in the UK." Anyway, I'm just talking about this. I'll come back to you in a minute. I said, "We don't really know anything about it, but I'm a taxi driver for a living. And what they used to do, they'd bring a taxi. The taxi would pick them up, and shoot them in the head while I was driving down the road. And it happened on both sides. They were just, let's go murder somebody that's Protestant, or let's go murder somebody that's Catholic. It was horrendous. And then obviously they're blowing up places all over the place. But that's all we used to hear about. I mean, obviously we used to hear the British press side of it, so I don't actually know. I'd like to actually sit with somebody from Ireland. I'd like to sit with two people from Ireland, a Catholic and a Protestant, and ask them what it was all about. If you can actually get them to sit next to each other, but I don't know if you would. Which is the worst accent in the UK? Worst? I don't know. I don't know if you get in the flatlands of Lincolnshire. There's some people that sound like, hello mate, how are you doing? I mean, I can't understand them. Nah, the Welsh are all right. They don't like us, but I do. What's my profession? I drive a taxi for a living. I'm a self-employed cab driver. I've been for 30 years. Yeah, deepest rural Lincolnshire though. Yeah, but the fake female Essex accent. You know that. For fuck's sake, talk properly, woman. Usually with somebody with very white teeth and not enough clothes on. No, the Welsh are all right. Oh, Donny? No, I don't know. My mum's from Edlington. My dad's from Conisbrough. My dad used to have a farm at Conisbrough. My grandma moved out of Lime Grove, so they could knock it down about 45 years ago, and they never did. All my mum's side of the family, well, most of them were miners, including my granddad, when he got back from the war. Well, I think it might have been before it went, and then when he got back. Yorkshire, Maine, and my brother was a beltman, a belt mechanic at the pit. So my dad had a farm, Beaver's Farm at Conisbrough, down Park Lane. A bloke called Mexborough Buildings, he put a video about it. Good morning, Mr. Taximan 2002. How are you? Melise Raquel Levi. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Now, that's this gentleman here, Taximan 2002. I actually met him for the first time about a month ago on the way to Birmingham. We've been friends through Twitter for 15 years, I think we worked it out to be, and never ever met. Did as a dodo. Same here, mate, tonight. Rubbish. Do you have anything to do with mixed minicabs? No, I don't know. No, it's a big company, that, and it's been bought out by somebody in Hull. And it all goes through a switchboard now. And it's a bit of a, well, when they first took over, it was a bit of a minefield. Oh, you're in Birmingham. Again, I can't see, that's the only trouble with this. You can't actually see the really small icons. Yeah, I like Birmingham NEC. I went to Birmingham NEC. We stayed, I can't remember the name of the hotel now. We normally stay at the Premier Inn, but I definitely will be doing next time because I went to a different hotel, which it's all right, don't get me wrong, but it was a bit noisy and a bit too far away, and it cost me a lot of money. Ah, Newcastle, lovely. I've only been to Newcastle once, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning to drop somebody off, and it's beautiful. What a beautiful place! But I say it was empty. It's fantastic. Not sure about the daytime. That was many moons ago as well. How about a morning dance? You can have one if you want. You're more than welcome. Hey, Turkish. Whereabouts in Turkey? I've only done the coastals. I've done Bodrum, Gumbet, Sea Day. Obviously flew into Antalya and then went to Alanya as well. Sea Day or Sydney. I've never been to Marmaris. They always say it's very nice, and it was a lot cheaper. Ah, right. So did you move out as a child then? Yeah, Gumbet's gorgeous. Those boat trips. Chicken or fish? Those boat trips are fantastic, and then beautiful boats are beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous day. And I don't know what, I think the prices in Turkey have gone off. I'm off in 10 minutes. Hard work here today. Oh, yes, right. Another patch on Mablethorpe. I don't know. I do like Mablethorpe. I really do like Anderby Creek. It's beautiful. If the sun's out, regardless of whether it's warm or not, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a bit hard walking down. I Did I tell you, Amish, I was doing that walk? I don't know if you've had a look at anything about it. I actually walked 18 miles from Mablethorpe to Skegness last week, to raise £780 for a cancer charity. Oh, Whitby's gorgeous. There's nowhere to bloody park, is it? Even in January, there's nowhere to park. Have you been up to Heartbeat Country? You know, the Aidensfield? Yeah, check it out. I did a live stream. Me and Liz, my granddaughter. I did a live stream, and then there's a bit of a video, but I ran out of that, to be honest. Yeah, Whitby's so tight, isn't it? What did we have for dinner there? I can't think what we had. Went up to Aidensfield and had a look round the garage at Aidensfield. We didn't stop off at the station. I didn't realise it was used in Harry Potter as well. But the guy that owns the garage in Aidensfield is an absolute weirdo. He shatters many dreams, that guy. He's definitely a strange one. We went in and he was just rude on purpose. And I thought, oh, what are you being rude for? We spent a bit of money with you. And when you look at the reviews for Aidensfield Garage, it's just the same. Yorkshire was lovely. That drive from Newark to Scarborough, Lincolnshire was flat. If you come where I live, though, you've got a ridge. And then 10 miles further up, you've got another ridge. And then 15 miles further on, you've got the Lincolnshire Weald. So there is some hills. Gonna try that place out. It looked brilliant. Which one was that? What are we on about? You've lost me. That's any trouble. Obviously, like you're 14 seconds behind me, so sometimes I don't know what you're replying to. Did you mean Anderby Creek? Let me know. Yeah, Lincolnshire, if you get down to Spalding area, and that, it really is flat. But and I suppose when you get up to Mablethorpe, there's not much after you go up on the Wolds, but there is just two big steps. There's one just more or less where we are. Then there's another one 10 miles away, and then there's another one which is the Lincolnshire Wolds. Aidensfield, if that's how you spell it. It's very simple. Yeah, it's a fictitious name anyway. I can't remember what the real name for the place is, but they are a bit different. There's the Aidensfield Arms, and apparently they're not that friendly either. That's the hotel opposite the garage, what they used to call the Aidensfield Arms, and then there's the garage. The only trouble is there with everything, like you couldn't park for an hour, you had to park for a day, and it was £4. Every time you stopped the car, it was another £5. I think it was £4.50 to park there. And we'd looked forward to going to see that place for a long time. Bought some biscuits and, for my mother and stuff like that. He was just rude. A few years ago, went to see a friend in Huddersfield. Didn't really see much. No, I've not been to Huddersfield. It's surprising because we're over here. You just across the river from where I am. You're then into Nottinghamshire, and within half an hour you're into Yorkshire. But there's a lot more of Yorkshire as you go sort of that way than what we've ever seen. It is nice though, that Aidensfield place. But make sure if you're into Harry Potter, you've got to go down and have a look at the station as well. I mean, we went. It snowed, and it was absolutely perishing. I got my big coat on, and I went to have a look at him, and he was rude. But so don't expect too much from the bloke at the garage, otherwise you'd be sorely disappointed. I can't remember the real name of the place. You come out of Whitby and just follow the signs throughout. You'll have to Google it first though. Wonder how your poor drone is doing. Think about it weekly. Yeah, I do. He's down in his watery grave. I don't know if he's still flying. No, I think that'll wash up somewhere. It'll have gone down because it's tidal. That Trent's tidal, isn't it? So it'll have gone somewhere, be mashed up somewhere. Anyway, I ain't worried about that. I got another one. I ain't been flying it much, to be honest, because we've had quite a lot of wind, haven't we? No, don't worry, I'm not bothered. We've had quite a lot of wind as well. It's been warm, but then we've had sort of blustery days, and there's no fun in flying a drone on a blustery day. Went to a decent day for about 2 or 3 weeks, really. But I keep fancying. I was going to nip out this morning, and when I looked out, it was looking like it was going to storm. And you know, and it's finding. I want somewhere about 10 minutes away where I can make a video because I haven't got a video for this week. Because on Monday it was I ain't been very well, to be really honest. Some sort of bug going around. I think Sue had COVID, and I kept thinking I'd got it. But I didn't have, so that was a good thing. I think that was just hay fever. But I've had sort of a bit of a feeling of, you know, not feeling brilliant. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. Anyway, today I feel a lot better. I've been real tired, I know, but I think it's work's a bit boring. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm not taking it to Spain. You've got to pass another test, haven't you? Knock a few shorts out. Graham spelt correctly. How you doing? It's old age. It does feel like it some days. I tell you, when I'd walked 18 miles, the next day, my bloody ankles. It felt like my ankles had gone through my feet and they were rubbing on the floor. And they were really, oh God, they did it. God, it was really painful. And I said on the Wednesday, then it was my hips felt like they were going to drop off. And then on the Thursday, I jumped out of bed and I was feeling fantastic. But I just seem to have lost all inclination this week. Yeah, you missed the ASMR. I did a full review. You'll have to watch it back now. I did a full influencer review on a Snickers ice cream. I did the full finger tapping, holding it up like this. And John's been influenced to go buy one, so I might be able to get some money back for that. Get the link in the... They're hilarious, aren't they? Have you noticed, if you ever watch anybody that's an influencer, they've usually got absolutely shitty audio, haven't they? They're shouting through the phone in the kitchen with no microphone in. And they've got the most whiny voice you've ever heard. And they just deserve to have the piss took out of them forever. I'm going to get a pick if I find one. Right, I'm giving up here and going home. Good idea. Give my love to the lovely wife. Hope she's doing well. And I might text you next week. Well, I probably will text you next week, so I'll just leave that one to you, Hamish. Why is my head so big? Because otherwise it'd look too small because I've got really wide shoulders. What do you think I want to look like? Something off the Addams Family? You stupid Kent. You stupid Kent. Why is your head so big? Anyway, thanks for popping in, Kent. It's nice to see you. And I will remind you, we're only here for the comments. If he's American, he'd be really upset about that because it's quite offensive over there. Welcome, Kent. I'll tell her you were asking for her. She's, oh, bless her. Yeah, okay, mate. Yeah. Yeah, if you could. If anyone asks why I'm in Lanza, I'll tell them I'm trying to find a Snickers ice cream. Mad Kent. There used to be a cigarette, didn't they, called Kent? I would imagine you'll find one. I don't know if it's the same now. They used to have official ice cream sellers on the beach. Sabrina, how you doing? You sweet thing. Sabrina leaves lovely comments on my videos, and that's the only reason I actually do them. Just for Sabrina. So don't anybody else watch. She says the nicest things. I need more people like Sabrina, instead of people calling me Baldy and telling me my head's too big. Anyway, 7 people in, only 3 thumbs up. Very disappointing. Mixed place is the place to be. Exactly. Thank you very much. You're more than welcome. And you missed out as well. I don't know how long you've been watching it. You missed out on the full review of the ice cream Snickers bar. I could always sneak back downstairs and steal one of my wife's Maltesers once, couldn't I really, and do another one. But I don't think that'd go down too well, to be honest. I might get shot, especially if she watches this back, but I'll tell her that it was John's fault. Some of these people in here with the comments make me chuckle. That's the only reason I do it. Some of them come in. It's the secret is to answer them back, isn't it, without being offensive. I need to do a short on that. I'll steal one out of the live stream. I'll do the 15-second, tapping it and holding it up like this and linking the bio and all this. I've been watching a woman on TikTok taking the piss out of influencers, and it's hilarious. I don't know how you could share it onto anywhere else to show you, but if I find it again, I'll share it to your Facebook. You can have a look on there. she's got the most annoying voice on purpose. She hasn't really got one. She's just pretending to be really annoying. She's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant. But it's like, I don't know about you, but I go on to social media and I'll watch somebody for a short while. Brad, you've gone. How you doing? Nice to see you. And I watch somebody for a short while, and then all of a sudden it all gets a bit all that, doesn't it? I was watching. I need to do the Mars one. Yeah, and tag her in it so she knows how to review a Mars bar. Snickers, should I say? Oh, the Mars one, yeah, of course, yeah. The Snickers are marathons, weren't they? I need to do the Maltesers ones because my dear wife bought some, and I need to eat them for her, really, don't I? In full influencer mode. I've tried one of them. They're a bit sickly. I don't want to get diabetes and get fat. Since I've stopped drinking, all of my sweetness comes out of cake, biscuits, chocolate bars. I sat there last night, I had my tea, and we always call it Pig Out Wednesday because it used to be It's Up Wednesday. So I've changed it for eating a lot. And I sat there and I ate. My wife bought me them paper things with sherbet in, what look like flying saucers. She bought me a massive thing of them, like, I don't know, 500 in it or something like that at Christmas, and they've just been there, and I've had a few out odd times, and I started munching into them, got rid of half one of them. My daughter bought me some caramel covered cashews, and I ate all of them, and I think that was it last night, but there must have been like 2,000 or 3,000 calories. Star Bar chocolate bar, tried that. Bring back the O. Henry, what's one of them? Is that ice cream chocolate? I don't know where you are, Sabrina. I've nearly run out of Coca-Cola. I'm on the Coke Zero tonight. Oh, it's just a candy bar. Star Bar is nice. One of my favourites is dairy milk. Dairy milk and a cup of tea. And just put it on your tongue and just let it melt and disappear. Brilliant. Especially like years ago when we used to like a bit of Mary J because it all went together. But an ice cream one would blow my mind. And we're on about Snickers bars. And they're called the Mars bars over here as well. And then the Maltesers, they do one as well. And they're absolutely beautiful. I think that one I had tonight was far superior to what they used to be like when they first came out. Where the sort of mallow stuff underneath, they've changed that into ice cream, but you've still got this runny caramel stuff. It's beautiful. Try a Star Bar, make it similar to Snickers. I will have a look. I like Tunnocks as well. The tea cakes and the chocolate bars. The chocolate biscuit things. Ice cream and candy. Here's one for you. This is what I did the other week. I got a tin of rice pudding, cold, put it in a bowl, and then I got some clotted cream ice cream and put about 4 spoonsful of that in it. And then ate it through the got spoon in like that, spooned some ice cream out with a load of rice pudding on top of it. So you got like a double cream. It was like eating frozen fresh cream. It was amazing. Oh, Tunnocks, yeah. Undisputably the best ever. What's the general opinion of the Irish by the British, if you like them? I know the Irish immigrated to UK and they're in the States, but do you consider them the same as immigrants? Not at all. No, especially the ones from Northern Ireland, because it's the same country as us. No, I've got friends from Northern Ireland. I've got friends from Southern Ireland. We don't have an opinion. I mean, I don't know what it must be like, for them growing up in a place where there were, Irish people are fantastic. I don't know whether what it was like for them, because a lot of them must have, who you're talking to now, grew up as kids, and obviously they got like the British troops or the British commanders telling the troops what to do. They've got their own people. I don't know. I say I don't like to comment on it because I don't really know the story, but I've watched a film about it, which was a dramatisation, and it looked like they had a terrible old time. No, I probably won't do a live late at night when I'm on holiday. But I'll have to do something. I'm quite looking forward to doing something in the evening. I hope it's not picking my guts up that's doing it. Can you hear my guts? It's going brr, brr. But I'm going to definitely do something. I'm going to take a few videos as well. I'm quite looking forward to that. Can you hear it? Can you hear it doing it? That's the only trouble, isn't it? I've been drinking pop and it's decided to start doing that. Yeah, if you hit the thumbs up on the way out, it really does help the stream to get recommended and people sort of watch it after. This channel's really took off. For over 300 subscribers now, and it's really taken off. Barbarian Attack. Hi, and love from Pakistan. Hello, Pakistan from rural Lincolnshire. Hello, Hanky Panky from down the south. No, down the south. Is it 303? I'm doing all right. Let me pull this up out the way so you can't keep listening to my guts. Christopher Corey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Could you drop a T-Rex impression? Not really. My arms are too long. Stonehenge, that's where you are. Of course you are, yeah. Take care, guys. Enjoy your holiday, John. Hope you enjoy it. I've pulled the microphone up out the way of my rumbling stomach anyway now. Stonehenge, that's right. I've actually been to Stonehenge. I'm the only one that hit the thumbs up. No, you're not. What it is you think you are, but if you refresh the stream, there's 6. That's one thing I do struggle with is people they watch the content that I put up, the videos that I put up, but none of them will have any sort of reaction to it, and that's what means a lot to YouTube. They like to see that people have either enjoyed it or not enjoyed it. They just like any sort of reaction whatsoever. And if people could, 7 now, yeah, I can see it live, yeah. If people could get used to doing that, I would really appreciate it because it helps out no end. The sort of videos I put up, we get between 50 and 90 people watch it, which I think for the amount of subscribers, that's about an average, in it, because they reckon 10%. If 10% of your subscribers watch your video, then you're doing okay. The live streams, especially when you're doing it in vertical mode, you get loads and loads of views on them. Some people don't stay that long though. Gary goes boom. Be careful of that. Hey sir, how you doing? Have a great day. And you, Gary, nice to see you, buddy. And can I have your wife's phone number? Not you though, Steve's. I can't. I wasn't even drunk, was I? I can't even say I was drunk. I'm at the time where I wish I'd got another half a pint of Coke in there. We had some fun, didn't we? Was it at Expo I was coming out of that crap? When I was sat there with these I've got my sunglasses. Here we go. I've got my God sunglasses. I am a god. Should only be worn inside, these, because they're free. Can't actually see the chat back, but anyway. I should have given these to John, really, shouldn't I? Because he is actually a god. I should do a review on him. Absolutely no UV whatsoever. Influencer. Yes, you got her number. I remember it well. Who was this one? No, probably not. They actually dragged us in. First time I've been dragged into anywhere. Nicky Maynard, all the way from Portuguese. How you doing? We've had John on from Lanzarote. He's in Playa Blanca. And Nicky's in Albufeira, is it? Mr. Intense, where are you? Are you still in Welsh Wales? Hello, Cloud Chuck. How you doing? Nice to see you. Where have you all been hiding then? You've all turned up together. We're just having a hit the thumbs up party, so if you could, it'd be nice. Nicky's been to a cocktail bar tonight, or should we call him Dave by his real name, from the Winchester. He's been to a cocktail party tonight, so I bet he's a bit... Favourite beverage? Used to be alcohol. I stopped drinking in November, so now it can't possibly be alcohol. I don't know, Zero Coke. I really enjoy Zero Coke. And I also enjoy John BVG, who's in here. We were at an expo the other week, and I was absolutely sick and fed up of drinking soda or pop, what we call pop. And I said to him, he said, do you want another drink? I said, I do, but I said, I don't want another Diet Coke because it's driving me pretty mad. And I came in and he bought me a soda water and blackcurrant, and it was absolutely beautiful. Oh, you're in Wales in a caravan. Nice. I'm pleased we've been nice to the Welsh people tonight. How am I feeling after stopping? A lot better now, to be honest. I've lost 2.5 stone in weight, which I don't know what that is in... I have to say, I don't know where you're from, Christopher. But I've lost 2.5 stone in weight. And that's where this walking channel came from. Last week I walked 18 miles in one day. And me and my granddaughter actually walked 18 miles. She's 19. And we raised £780 for a cancer charity. So I don't think we did too bad. I've gone from... I've been on the pina coladas. That was right, yeah, it was a pina colada party. I've actually made some juice for that, pina coladas. Yeah, I've gone from doing absolutely nothing apart from thinking about booze all day to walking 18 miles. So it's definitely changed my life for the better, to be honest. Escape? Are you going? Catch you later. 18 miles is a long way. What made us stop? Found out I got massive high blood pressure. And I knew I was drinking too much. I'd been doing it for quite some time. My daughter's got stage 4 cancer. And I've always liked to drink, and it just got absolutely ridiculous to the point where I was drinking nearly every day. And found out I got high blood pressure and looked on the medication for it, and it said, why not? You can't, you've got to regulate your drinking. I thought, well, I'm not capable of doing that, so I'll try it for a week, not drinking anything at all. And never went back to it. Just completely gone. Because odd times now I'll be watching some sort of drama on the telly and they're just pouring a nice big scotch, and that'll sort of set me off a little bit. But other than that, I don't actually think about it, to be really honest now. I'm going on holiday on Monday, and it'll be the first sober holiday I've ever been on. So that's a bit of a daunting thought. But I went with these lads on there, went to an expo the other week. I went last year and we've drunk all weekend, and this time I went, never touched a drop. Ah, right, yeah. Thing is, when you're drinking too much, but you'll have a lot of excuses why you can't stop. You've got a holiday coming up. I go to the pub on a Thursday and I'd miss that, and that. It is a lifestyle change. But it's up to you. I always say when I say this, because I'm not qualified to advise you in any way. I can only tell you what happened to me. Depending on how much you actually do drink, if you're really giving it some, there's a website, the NHS website. Tap into there and be honest with the website how much you are actually drinking, and it'll advise you what you can do. If you stop too quick, you could put yourself in serious harm. So you've got to take medical advice, depending on how much you're drinking. But I would think about it with that website anyway. But I'm not going to sit here and preach at anybody, because I used to really enjoy it. Drink mocktails, can't think of anything worse. I never liked cocktails, even when they've got booze in them. The only cocktail I liked was vodka and Coke, whiskey and Coke. Yeah, you're more than welcome. And I say, don't judge yourself. Don't. There's a stigma attached to drinking far too much, and just forgive yourself and carry on. It depends what you want. I actually I got to the point where I thought, well, it's time to add a little trip off to Alcoholics Anonymous. I discussed it with my wife about going and what day I could do. And anyway, I just stopped. Done, finished. That happened to my uncle. Stopped because he had cancer and ended up in a bad way. Yeah, that's right. Took my Amazon Echo Show 8 with me. I'm watching the show on it. Why am I doing it in Mr. Hanky Panky, it's usual doing it. This in portrait reverses yourself. Everything is unmirrored. Yeah, do you see it backwards then? I always do it in this because it puts you into the shorts feed. And if you get into the shorts feed, it encourages a lot more people to come in from that you've never spoke to before. And I've, as well as gaining subscribers, I've had some amazing chats. Yeah, it is, man. I don't think, can you do it? Can you do it about it? I don't think you can. What does that do? You've got to watch what you press. You can put a green screen on. Oh, Christ. I don't think you can turn that off now, can you? Oh, yeah, you can. What's that do? Oops, that switches that off. No, let's leave that. I'll Google it. I can touch myself up. No, I don't think. I can turn the video off. I can mute the microphone, but I don't think there's any way you can actually reverse it. Here we go. Get ready. I'm going to touch myself up again. How was that for you? That makes rosy cheek. Yeah, it makes you very. It makes you like your cartoon character, doesn't it? You can't see that I need a shave now, which is going to be good, isn't it? Can do a face fill. Yeah. There you go. It's a shame it doesn't take another couple of stone. There you go. That's how you do it. Look. Hello, boys. I've been on the injection. There we go. Can I do a face filter? What's this do? Oh no. Oh no. I've uploaded a short to the channel now. Hello everybody. Welcome to Clippings. Yeah, it goes as you're looking very streamlined and svelte, Mick. Well done. Yeah. I'll tell you what, you look back when I first started this. I found a photograph. I don't know if you saw it, Mr. Internet. I don't know if you're on my Facebook. I can't show you because I've only got one phone up here. I found a photograph 12 months apart from the same thing, from the same expo, and I'd got 3 more chins at this. I was massive. And I took a photograph of the next one, and it's completely different. It's going to be good, isn't it? I don't think I've lost any weight in the last week because I haven't really done anything. I just seem to run out of motivation, so I don't know. I'll have to get going again because it's always a thing, isn't it? Not on Facebook. No, I don't remember if that. Yeah. If I showed you the photo, which I can't because it's actually on this phone, you'd understand what I mean. But there's a photograph on my 40th wedding anniversary, and I didn't donate, Mike, to be honest. I didn't do anything. I just stopped drinking. And obviously, it was special brew. But on my 40th wedding anniversary, my eyes were sunk in. And it actually got to the stage where it was making me ill. Making me really ill. And mentally as well. It was screwing with my brain as well. So, but I say I ain't actually made any effort to do anything. I've not reduced calories. The only calories I've reduced is however much is in the special brew, which is a lot. And I feel much better. And I know everybody goes about my mental health all the time. But when you've got something going on like we have as a family, especially with the dickhead ex-fella, it definitely does screw with your mind. And then if you put too much booze down it definitely does screw your mind up even more. I look really healthy. I won't go as far as to say that, Steve. Christ, I need to put some weight on my legs. I feel a lot better. So you can tell I'm bouncing. Mental health is more important than people realize. Yeah, but I think nowadays everybody, if somebody says to them, they go to work, and somebody says to them, can you do that? They're like, no, I can't do that. It'll affect my mental health. Well, we all go through anxiety through every day, don't we? Yeah, get a back, build the leg muscles. I quite fancy that, but I've nowhere to keep one. I know I sound like I'm making excuses. I'd need one with a settee, like a seat, like a settee as well, because I've got a massive arse. And I think if I sat on one now, when I stood up, I'd have a bag up my bum. You know what I mean? Be walking around like this with a bike up my bum. So I need one with like a tractor seat on or something like that. That's what I really need. That's what I'm thinking about. But I really do fancy getting a bike. And I mentioned to my wife, she said, because I mentioned everything to her, she's like, oh my days, what's he coming on about now? And I've got massively long legs as well, so it'd have to be a tall one. But I've nowhere to keep it. That is genuinely, like, I live in a council estate, so if you left it outside, bye-bye. You know, if you put a lock on it, bye-bye, whatever you do. Big argument outside, I dare not look. Yeah, well, don't look them. Just in case there's a bang, bang, bang. Started swimming. I'm going to do that next week. We've actually got our own pool. I don't know how big it is. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's nice. I hired a car. I looked a bit early, to be honest, to hire a car, because I don't know whether it was one of these things that I'll get a car sorted out before I go. I started looking, and there were mega bucks to rent from Alicante. So anyway, I rented one, put a deposit down on it. And then when I looked, I'd actually rented it through one of these bloody companies that put, you know, like a recommendation company. They try and sort it out. And when I looked, there was no real full insurance, and I like to get the full insurance. Hey, there's a good idea, John. Bloody hell. Folding back with a settee seat, just in case it disappears. That would do. I just want someone to move my legs about on. Anyway, last week I decided I was going to look into this car hire thing again, and as usual, as it gets nearer to the time that you're going, they didn't actually rent all the cars out that they thought they were going to do. So they've reduced them anyway. I've got like a 5+2. It's a Dacia. I don't know if you've seen them. They're a fairly new thing. It looks like a Dacia, but it's been stretched. So you get 4 seats in the cabin and then 2 more at the back. Well, 7 seats, because obviously when you do it with the taxi, you don't have to include yourself. But it's it's got 2 seats there, the normal 3 seats there, and 2 seats in the boot under a thing. So I've rented one of them, so we should all get in it because we need it. Big argument. Yeah, don't look outside. I don't necessarily, I won't call her a friend because I haven't spoken to her for ages, but I used to go in this Zoom group with a lady from Brazil. And she said, when you live in Brazil, you never look out the window. I said, why not? So she said, you might see something that would get you killed. You might get a stray bullet that would kill you, so you never look out the window. We'll probably get, oh yeah, right, yeah, that's what you need to do. Well, where are you, Cloud Chucker? Really, have you already told me? Yeah, Brazil, yeah. Yeah, this lady's got a perfect English accent, and I thought she'd been brought up over and moved there, but she'd just learnt to talk in a real posh English accent. I mean, she was white, like. Yeah, but she said you don't look out the window because she said you might see somebody get murdered, in which case then you would get murdered, or somebody might get shot. You might. Oh, land doesn't know. I thought it was Mr. Intense that was on holiday. Mr. Intense, are you on holiday with Mr. Intense? Jolly old Brazil. Yeah, I've never been. Oh, that's nice. Everybody's away. Yeah, so that's what she said. You don't look out. So oh, you're not on holiday. Why did I think you? It must have been Mike that said. I thought you said you're on a little holiday. I don't know. I can't go back that far. So what we're going to do? Space Turtle, how you doing? Pops in to say hi to a legend. You've missed the chocolate bar review. Yeah, I'm definitely confused again. I thought Mr. Intensity was on a little holiday. Anyway, let's go. I don't pretend to be bright. There's a lot going on. When you're as famous as I am, and this chat's going round, you know, like that. The old gang is here. Yeah, we've got quite a few, and some that aren't originally from the other one, but quite a few of them are. So the good thing about doing this in vertical mode, you'll get people come in that you've no idea. Oh, it's raining here at home. We ain't got any. It's real sticky warm here. It's about 20 degrees. I might have to flick that aircon on. What do you reckon? The trouble is here, so it's a council estate. There's a bloke out the back with a load of dogs, and they keep bloody barking. They drive you nuts. It's raining here at home. You do live in Wales, don't you? It's always raining in Wales. I'm going to have to go in a minute. I'm busting for a vape, and I'll try and keep it off this channel because I might just put my head down here. Just don't listen for a minute. There we go. I'll try and keep it off this channel because I actually did something. Swansea postcode. I did something about vaping when I was talking to somebody on the other channel, and they put it behind the age gate straight away. So I thought, well, I'll try and keep it away from there. What I normally do if I'm walking about is I'll turn the camera on and go, yeah, look at that. And then have a bit of a vape. But we seem to be doing well. Anyway, I suppose I better go. 71 minutes. I've been here quite some time. Everybody needs to get to bed. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Apart from the people that are on holiday. Look at this. I think Anki and Lars are hitting it off in the chat. It'll be the first marriage from this channel. It'll be really nice. We might get I need to buy a tie and a big hat. You're more than welcome. I've really enjoyed it. I do enjoy doing these. It just seems to be a bit of a thing. And more people are coming in now, so it's always easy to do, isn't it? But hopefully you'll catch me next week. I say I'll have to sort some sort of thing out when I get there, find out what I'm going to do. But I fancy going out for a few times and just doing sunsets and looking at beaches and beautiful views or something like that, and doing live streams from there, as well as nipping out odd nights and doing proper recordings and sort of uploading them as well. Do I like darts? Never really played them, not that many times. I'm not really a game sort of person, to be honest. I got quite good at snooker once, and then I got married instead, so that put paid to that. Yeah, darts. Yeah. Mike Hawke, is that the real Cheech? Anyway, love to you all. Thank you very much for popping in. If you've not been before, why not subscribe? Obviously, we're looking for more people to join, and sort of get this channel up to I can actually make some money out of YouTube at some point. The watch time hours are ticking away. We're nearly up to 1,000 eligible ones, but it's still a bit of a slog, really. And obviously, the more people that watch these things, and the more watch time hours I get, the more subscribers you get. And hopefully the channel will get going really good. Anyway, catch you all soon. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being lovely people. I've called in sick yesterday from work. It's been sick. Oh, wow. Lizzie got that the other day. She popped to see us and wasn't very well and had to leave. Catch you later. Bye-bye.